Okay, we are live and hello and welcome to the pre-day four live show of the ongoing England Women versus India Women, the first ever historic women's test at Lord. And as we all know, after 3 days of exciting battle, India are quite ahead. They need only 4 wickets to script history. For England, it's a mammoth task. It is highly, I know, unlikely possible for them to chase down the target. But for India, it's quite possible that they can wrap up the game in the first session itself. So let's see if that happens or not. But India are nearing to a historical victory, no doubt about that. First ever women's state at the iconic ground like Lords, and and India are just 4 wickets away. And several players have been stars throughout the last 3 days. Like Smriti Mandana, unfortunately missed 100 on both innings, but scored 83 and then 70 in the second innings. So I think Yastika got start in the first innings, couldn't convert into a 50 as well. I think it was mid 30s where she scored. But what a knock in the second innings. Look, fantabulous against spinners, the way she used her feet. Against Lauren Bell also, when she was getting that movement with the new ball in the first session itself yesterday, I think Yastika played her beautifully using her feet. Then that 100, now her name also in that honours board. The first woman to score a test 100 at Lords. So it's a huge achievement for a young girl like her. And then Kranti Gaur on second day we saw that 5 hour bowled superbly, the net super front wicket and every other wicket. I think superb. The first ever woman to get her name on the honours board. Yes, for England, I think they made a little bit of comeback in the second, especially with the ball. Sophia Kirsten did well, 5 wickets. She also became the first ever English woman to get her name on that famous Lord's honours board. But still, with the batting, I think they have not done that much. I think Amy Jones managed to score 250s. I think she has looked good. I think everything depends on her, how long she can bat in this wicket against this team today. I think the more she bats, I think England might go a little bit near to the target. But yeah, it is very difficult. A fresh day, a fresh wicket, a fresh day. With a fresh approach, India might come up, and it is expected that Kranti Gaur and Saleh Satkare might open the bowling. You never know, or maybe a one pacer and one spinner from the other end. It's depend how the pitch was. On fourth, it is expected the pitch will turn a little bit more, maybe. But let's see. It's a beautiful weather here, a little bit breeze here as well. So considering this breeze, I think both pacers can start the proceedings at least 5-6 over initially, and then maybe the spinners will come into the game. Okay, but for Harmanpreet Kaur, for Team India, I think it's a huge occasion. To first of all to be able to play this Test match. I think to be as a team to be to get that participate in such a match where you play the first ever women's test match against England at Lords. I think that was itself a huge achievement, and now they are nearing to a crucial victory. And with this win, if they win this game, they also keep their record intact, right? Because India have a fantabulous record in against England women when it comes to the women test. So in England soil, so far 9 matches, 2 wins for India, 2006 and 2014, both under Mitali Raj, and then 7 draws. So if they win this time around today, which is highly possible, and it should be, then it's 10 games, 3 wins for India, 7 draws, and no wins for England. It is very surprising to see England playing on their home soil in a test in a test format, not even registering a single win against India. Okay, but I think most of the guys will be thinking, where is Trishadi? Trishadi is coming today. We had a bit of work in the morning. We had to shift our flats and everything. So I have just come. So she is coming. I think hopefully in 10 or 15 minutes she will join us. So yeah, when she joins, we'll definitely can ask him question. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Asta Stargill has already questioned where is Trishadi. As I mentioned, she is coming and she'll join. So Rohan isn't back. And Rohan, I will ask you to come up with the comments so we can take and continue the discussion. Yes. Okay. With this freaking go some India women's team haven't lost a test in England. Yes, they are going to win this for sure, including this 3 victory 7. Yes, great going. Yeah, absolutely. What I mentioned, that it has been a fantastic record for India women when it comes to women test on English soil, and it's highly possible that within first session itself, India can win another win. So yeah, if they win, then that record goes extended to 3 wins, 7 draws in 10 games. No wins for England. That is quite surprising. Okay. Next comment, Asta Stargill. Who do you think is going to be the player of the match? See, for me, I think it's difficult. As I mentioned, there are so many star performers. Obviously, the front runners will be Yastika Bhatia, and Kranti Gaur so far. Kranti Gaur also taking wickets in the second innings, and she has another opportunity today. So if she can take one or two more wickets, I think then I think maybe Kranti Gaur should be the player of the match. A bowler, it was not so easy to bowl at this wicket, especially when the condition were quite batting friendly. But still, as a pacer, the way she bowled in the on day two, I think she deserved the man of the match. Let's see what happens. After Starlight, when when Shofi was asked about the last balls, he said, "Comment on Deepti does it very time. Your views on that?" I think it was very cheeky. I was at a press conference, obviously. So yeah, I think she was smiling, and she is a teammate of Deepti Sharma at UP Warriors as well in WPL. So yeah, I think it was very cheeky, and yeah, Deepti always does that, and I think with jokingly she said that we all know that she always darted it, nothing serious, and yeah, it's all fine. So yeah, but she mentioned that at that time there were some words got exchanged between them, yeah, in a friendly manner, but she mentioned that is for not media, that stays between us. So yeah, so you can understand what kind of words, but still I think it was quite funny. Do you, as the Starlight again, do you think that someone is gonna take Piper in this innings? I think again you can put your vote on someone like Kranti. You never know. Kranti has somehow seemed to understand the slope thing and the condition, which will be the perfect line and length. So let's see what she does. But I will expect someone like Deepti or someone like Charani to take some wickets. I think they have not bowled that much in this match, so I would love to see them getting some wickets in the second innings. I think in the first innings, Kranti, Sally, even Snehrana. I think Snehrana has been doing so far well in this test match. But I would love to see someone like Dipti and someone like Charani taking some wickets in this innings. Okay. Pile to world, I think Kranti Gaur is the player of the series. Even as I mentioned, I also think Kranti Gaur, because she bowled so well on day two. It was not so easy on that wicket that time because batters were getting some. It was quite easy. It seems quite easy for the batters, but for a pacer to bowl on that wicket and taking those wickets, I think she did enough to get that player of the series. Let's see. By the way, I think it will not be the player of the series. I think it is the player of the match because it's one of test match. So yeah. Okay, Avinash Arora, Charani and Deepti were not even looking threatening. Leave wickets. England batters played them comfortably. Only Snehrana and spinner put a challenge. Yes. See, I think with Charani, I think we have already discussed in several lives on through the last 3 days that England players were working hard on facing left-arm spinners. I think they knew, seeing the way Charani bowled in the recently concluded Ashes Women's T20 World Cup, I think they knew Charani will get the debut and Charani will be a threat. So I think they practice, as Tushari mentioned last day in a live show, that in every net there are three nets at the nursery ground where England batters were practicing, and every net there were three, four, two, three left-arm orthodox spinners. So they knew that Charani could be a factor, so they practiced a lot. But I think that is why they have played Charani so much well. I think they have been good. The approach have been good. They have not been defensive. They have been attacking. They scored runs. I think the approach worked from them. And somehow Charani playing her first game, first test match, I think maybe she could have done better, but it's okay. It's fine. Not every day any player will come and score runs or take wickets. So it happens. But still, I think with Charani we expect, and hopefully, as I mentioned, hopefully in this innings, hopefully today we might see some wickets from Charani. For Deepti, I think again the pace maybe. I think Snehrana has done well so far with the pace. I think the way she has given the air to the ball, the rips and all everything, I think that worked for Snehrana. The way she has managed to beat the batters, the gap between the pad and bat, I think she has done well. But for Deepti, I think again the pace, I think she has not managed to control the pace. What will be the perfect pace to bowl at this pitch? Maybe, but let's see. You never know with Deepti Sharma, a game changer, a game winner for India for so many years. So yeah, as I mentioned, I expect both Deepti and Chani to do well in this session, or maybe take few of these remaining 4 wickets. अविनाश अरोड़ा ग्राउंड एंट्री फ्री टुडे पकड़ पकड़ के जाओ पकड़ पकड़ के ले जाओ बंदों को ग्राउंड record break for attending women test. See, I think it's Monday, right? It's Monday. It's a working day. I don't know how many people will turn up, but still, I think it's a good, and a good thing from ECB to come up with the decision that ground entry should be free for the last game. It's a historic one. Hopefully, people will come. As of now, I am not seeing that much of people, but see, I think the first and second day were the groundbreaking day, where so many people attended. Mainly the second day, it was a historical day. I think the record-breaking attendance for a single day in any women's test. But as of now, as it is Monday, I think it is quite difficult to see many more people coming up. But let's see how many people turn up. Okay, Smoothie Singh, I hope Kranti takes 3 wickets and gets a 10 for and play of the match. Yes, I think yesterday only we were discussing that the way Kranti has started again in this innings, there's a high chance that she might end up with another 5 wicket haul, maybe 6 wicket haul, and then a 10 wicket haul in the whole game. So I think that will be another historical thing for her, for the team India. And if she does that, then again her name will be at the honors board. So in a game in both innings, to get her name at that honors board, I think it will be a historical achievement for her at such a young age. But let's see what happens. Okay, I am working progress. It's very surprising performance from England as they play more test matches compared to India in mainly in Ashes series. See, I think when New England, as Tushari mentioned several times, I think it has to be taken into account that they have not got many days to prepare for the test. It's not easy. They played the final, they played the T20 World Cup final on 5th, and then obviously they had to took 2 days off because it was a long tournament for them. They played with so much intensity. Unfortunate that they lost the final at Lords, and it was heartbreaking, right? So from the fitness point of view, from the mental aspect as well, it was not easy for the team to make a comeback and play a 4 day test match, but still they had to do because the fixture was set. And for India, what worked for them, I think still it was not a good thing that they got knocked out in the group stage. But yeah, that worked for them. They got more time to prepare for the test match, and they did that. I think that is what we are seeing for the last 3 days. And in terms of fitness, in terms of intensity, India have overcome England in all three departments. So I think yeah, that has worked for the visitors. But for the home side, I think you have to give some area, some space to them, that okay, it can happen. It's not easy for them to come up and play a test match by practicing only 2 days. But still, I think there are a few performances that they should have proud of, like Sophia Krishna, the fifer. I think Lauren Bell's spell and Amazon's batting performance, but yeah, others could have done more. Especially, we would have loved to see some runs from someone like Temi Beaumont and Heather Knight playing their last international game. So yeah. Starlight, England played very well against Cherny. They have done their homework. Yes, as I mentioned, they were working so hard in the nets. The last two, nets on 8th and on 9th. I think it was quite evident that they are working so hard against left arm orthodox, and that is why they played well. As I mentioned, the footwork they have come up with, and the aggressive approach, not being so much defensive. Because I think if you go to that defensive role against Cherny, I think that gives Cherny more space to take wickets. So I think they have been very proactive, and that has helped England to play Cherny well. Okay, next comment. I will wait. Okay, yes, sports fan. Instead of match, there are all sort of news going around. Yeah, I know what kind of news that you are pointing out, maybe, but yeah, it's all fine. Yeah, I think let it be. It's kind of a personal life thing. So yeah, I think it's better not to comment on that. Okay, others MV England didn't wanted to strong opponent like Australia in the historical one of Test match, because then they know the sure shot winner will be Australia. So they chose a bit be India side India, but India gave back. See, I don't know, if you can say that, they chose India because they can be easier for Australia. Yes, in terms of quality, maybe there's a difference with India and Australia. There is a difference, no doubt about it. But still, as I mentioned, if you go back to the earlier records, India have done well in English soils when it comes to women's cricket. So it is not that England are coming with a 7-2 record over India. That okay, we have played 9 Test match on English soil. We have defeated England 7 times, only lost twice. Doesn't matter. Let us let them come and we'll defeat them in the historical test. So that is not the case. They have not done well in previous years as well, and they have not done well in this test match as well. So as things stand, if India win this game in the first session itself, the records will go on to 3 wins for India, 7 draws, and zero wins for England on English soil so far in women test matches. So you cannot say that was the thinking process behind that. But yeah, for India, I think the good part that they are quite lucky to be part of this historical thing. Okay. Deepak Kumar saying we can't hide the T20 laws and behind the test one. Absolutely. I think I have been mentioning that. Yes, Trishadi mentioned several times. I also mentioned that the defined format, right? Historical test. It will be a historical test win, no doubt about that. One of test match, you came to Lords, play the first ever women's cricket at Lords. You win this game over England in England. It's a historical thing. But with this win cannot overshadow the failures that you had in the T20 World Cup. 2024, 2026, two T20 World Cups you got knocked out in the group stage, and that can this win cannot hide all the things that went wrong in the recent T20 World Cup, or maybe in both T20 World Cup edition 2024 and 2026 cannot go under the carpet. I think in T20s India should come up with a new approach, maybe new fresh up ideas, maybe new players, maybe new leadership. I don't know. But in coming days, see, I think still Asian Games there is not going to be any changes, right? Maybe after that, but in T20s, India need a little something changes. Those changes can help India to get a new direction in T20s, and can at least give them new platform to compete with teams like England and Australia. Forget win. I am saying compete, because the way England, the way South Africa, yes, South Africa have played poorly in this T20 World Cup, but that is not the case. That doesn't mean that they are bad side. They can play a top quality cricket. So South Africa, to compete with South Africa, not New Zealand, England and Australia, I think India needs a fresh ideas in T20s, and please make sure that this test win do not overshadow the failures of T20s. Complete defined format, and for defined formats you need defined approach, or maybe defined kind of players as well. Okay. Deepak Kumar saying, misuse of Kranti and Bhatia in World Cup T20 by CN captain and vice coach was disaster. See, I think Kranti didn't look that good, maybe with the white ball, even in the England series. I think she has done superbly well with the red ball in this match, doing so much, and we hope that maybe within these remaining 4 wickets, she can end up taking more 3 or more 4 wickets and another 5. That is all good, but that also, as you are talking about the team, that this win shouldn't overshadow the team's performance in the T20 World Cup. I think same for Kranti. I think this performance should not overshadow the struggle that she had recent times with the white ball, be it ODIs, be it T20s. I think somewhere she was becoming a little bit of predictable. The variation that she was working on, somewhat it was not coming right for her. So I think in white ball, I think she also needs some work to do. I think she might do. She is a young kid. She always look to do well. That is the best part that I have observed in different practice session, that she always works hard. Especially credit to bowling coach Avishkar Salvi. I think he has spent a considerable time with Kranti, be it in the T20 World Cup, and also ahead of this Test match. I think that has worked for Kranti in this match. But yeah, I think with the white ball, I think Kranti needs to work for a little bit. But yes, when it comes to team management, I think Yastika, you cannot beat Yastika, beat any batter. You have to stick with a perfect role for any certain player, be it a bowler, be it a batter. So I think for Kranti or for Yastika, I think the first thing they need to do, they need to sit with the management, or the management need to sit with them and talk with them and be clear about what kind of role you need from them. From Yastika, do you need a finisher? Do you need a backup opener, or maybe a number 3? Just talk out there, talk to them, be clear about their role, and be consistent with giving the chances. You cannot give Yastika in one match at number 3, then one match at number 4, and then one match at number 6 or 7. That cannot happen. That cannot give a player a clarity, that cannot give a player security of their places, and that cannot help a team with as a unit. So I think there comes the role of the team management, be it Kranti, be it Yastika. Sit out there, talk with them, be clear about their roles, and please give them a long run of at least 5 or 10 games. That can give you a clear assessment of their conditions. Okay, others MP saying Sally looks more improved bowler, deserve place in ODI. Yes, you can try, but if you really want to try Sally, I think that it should be in place of Renuka. I think with Renuka, I think fitness has been a concern. If you see in this England tour, how many matches she has managed to play? I think what, 1 or 2 maybe. So yeah, I think with Renuka, I think the fitness has been a concern for the last few years. Right now, the workload management team has done they are based in terms of workload management. But I think with Renuka, I think the time is running out. If you really want to try Sally, I think then you should go for Sally in place of Renuka. Both of them cannot be in the squad, or maybe both of them can. There's no chance both of them play together in the playing 11, because they are very similar kind of a bowler, and it is very difficult for them to get that purchase from the wicket when this is a kind of a flat or batting friendly wicket. So let's see how Sally does going forward. But yeah, she has looked good more in with the red ball compared to white ball. But if you really want to, as you mentioned, if you really want to try her in ODIs, then it should be in place of Renuka Singh Thakur. Okay, ask the starlight, in how much time you are expecting a wrap up? See, I think we all would love as soon as possible, but see, I think it should happen within the first session. Maybe 20 overs maximum. It should happen. I think it will not be easy for any batters to come fresh, a fresh day, to face with this breeze around, for a bowler like Sali and Kranti with this kind of a form or with this kind of a momentum. But let's see how they do. But I expect at least within first 20 overs, it should be done and dusted. Okay, Deepak Kumar, CD 2027 in February in Sri Lanka. We need strong batters who can bat long, not just 10, 15 runs. See, I think it is going to be, it is first time Champions Trophy is going to be happening in women's cricket, and it is going to be in a T20 format, right? In Sri Lanka, yes, as I mentioned, in T20s, I would love to see some fresh young bloods. I think young players need to come. I think you have to try some players, but yes, the time is quite short. How many matches you get before City? I think it's very, very less. So let's see how many changes Team India might opt for. But maybe after the City, there's a long time before the next, regarding the preparation for the next T20 World Cup. I think there you can see many more new players getting chances. But please also in their case also be patient with them. You cannot give cannot give chance to someone like G Kamalani for one series, then dropped her, then again go for someone like Anushka Sharma, then again dropped her, then again go for Vaishnavi Sharma, then again dropped her. That cannot happen. Whenever you give chances to a young player or maybe a certain player, just be stick with them for a certain number of games. That will give them also an idea where they stand as a player, in the international level, and also that will give them an idea to the management as well, that whether they can continue with that player or not going forward. Okay, Deepak Kumar saying, see, Smriti versus Australia opener. Smriti makes 100 versus RR opener. Core Jamie Dipti also slows run rate scores with cannot T20 run. See, I think the strike rate has been an issue when it comes to the only the power hitting skills. Obviously, we always talk about someone like Richa only in this team, or maybe someone like Bharti Fulmali. But yes, I think we have talked it several times. The champions team, whenever a team becomes champions, be it when New Zealand became champion in 2024, when Australia became champion in the recent edition, how many power hitters did the job for him? Yeah, you can name Phoebe Litchfield regarding the strike rate. You can name Ashley Gardner at the down the order with the strike rate, maybe Annabelle Sutherland a little bit. But mostly, who was the star batter? Who was the player of the series? You bet Mooney. For England, who done so much well despite playing only 4 or 5 games. That's were run. Header Knight played that knock in the semi-final as well. So not only power hitting, along with the power hitting, you need to be good when it comes to the strike rotation. You need to be good when it comes to finding the gaps and finding the boundaries in a regular interval. I think that can work. And so for Indian batters, I think more than power hitting, they need to be more proactive when it comes to intent regarding running between the wickets. Be it Australia, be it England, they runs 2 runs so frequently that help them to keep the scoreboard moving. But for India, you know, in which condition England running for second runs, India not doing. India are settling for 1 run. I think that is making the huge difference. So the running between the wickets, the intent for that, and also finding the gaps in a regular interval, I think that will definitely help India when it comes to, because all these batters, be it Harman, be it Smriti Mandana, be it Jamie, all are the stars batters for this team, and they can still do the job. So let's see how they do going forward. But I think if they can manage, they can improve the running between the wickets, and also finding the gaps in regular manner. I think that will definitely help. Okay, last 2 minutes on the show. I will say Rohan to come up with last two comments, and they can wrap up, and then we can wrap up the show. Okay, Viraj More saying, how is the vibe today at Lords? Hope to catch up. I am at Comstation. Oh, okay, Viraj. Hope. Let's see if we can meet. I think it will be fantastic if we can meet, and good for you. You are going to be part of history, it seems, because as I told, it is highly possible that within the first 20 overs, India can wrap up the show, and then the historic win for India. So let's see, and good for you. Come and enjoy the game. Hopefully, we can meet. Okay, last comment. Did you get a chance to eat Bengali food or sweets, Deepak Kumar? Yeah, not typical Bengali, but yeah, Indian food we had. There are so many restaurants out there in England in different cities. So whenever we had different cities throughout the T20 World Cup, be it Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, and now in London for so many weeks for the T20 World Cup finals and now the Test match. Yeah, we have eat different kind of foods, but yeah, Indian food as well, but not typical Bengali food. For Bengali food, my flight is tomorrow. I'm going back to Kolkata, and then I think the home food is waiting for me. So let's see what happens. So yeah, guys, I think it's time to wrap up the show. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, Trishadi couldn't join. I think she's still on the way, and there are so many diverse thing going on roads in England, especially in London. So I think the bus is coming to a defined route, and that is why maybe taking some time. So unfortunately, she couldn't join, but yeah, definitely will come up maybe with the straight post match show. I think there is no chance of having a post lunch show maybe, but let's see what happens. I think if that happens, I think kudos to the England batters if they manage to do that. But still, I am thinking that's then the next time we are meeting, I think it will be the post match. So till then, take care and enjoy the game. Enjoy India taking the 4 wickets as quickly as possible and scripting his red loss. But till then, take care and enjoy the game. And please join us in the next live. And please follow the episodes for all the latest updates regarding sports from all around the world. Thank you and enjoy the game. Thank you.